Holy cow, we're going to game 4. I said it last episode. Just win the first inning and let's see what happens. Cubs did that. And lo and behold, won the game. Fly the W. Showed some real fight out there today. Balls of steel. Like the Brewers had the game plan for Boyd in game 1. Cubs had Priester dead on arrival. He from Glendale Heights. If you could call them and had them come pack him, call them to come pack him up, call him to come pick him up because the Cubs packed him up. 2 outs was all he can get before he had to take a seat. And that wasn't before Bush had another leadoff home run and PCA drove in Tucker and Nico. Gave the Cubs a 3-0 lead out the gate. They had to bring in Nick Myers to relieve him, and he was nervous because his first pitch was wild. In comes Happ. 4-0 Cubs. And then that's where my concern starts. It's a concern because this Brew team does not quit. You assume that this could be their second straight bullpen game. And for a team that has mid starters and an amazing pen, you want that. You want that. You want to start pressing on their strength because if you have any opportunity to win this series, you got to take away some of their strengths. You got to pull in, you got to start wearing on the bullpen and making sure that you give yourself the best shot. Cubs didn't do that. They brought in former 35th Street pitcher Jose Quintana. And he was able to give them some good innings. 3 innings and only let 3 guys on base. If there's any bad to take from this game, it's that. The Cubs was not able to force the Brewers to bring in more of their high leverage guys. They let Quintana, who was a starter, just be a stretch arm, and he was successful enough in doing that. Cubs only got 5 more hits after the first inning. The Brewers made it interesting as they always do. In the 4th inning, they challenged. They had the bases loaded, and as you saw in that 8th inning, it was high leverage as high leverage gets. They are an annoyingly scrappy team, but the Cubs' pen prevailed when they needed to. Kitteridge, Thielbar, Keller in that 8th inning, like as I just mentioned, biggest spot of the season. Brewers had the bases loaded with the 3rd Cubs pitcher of the inning up there, and Keller did not blink. 98 miles per hour fastball down the middle to send the Beer Boys home. They were 0 for 8 with 2 outs on this game. Just big spot for Keller, and you felt that's the type of momentum type changing stuff that this team lacked in the first 2 games. They just couldn't get out of their own way, couldn't get it out of the mud and figure them things out. Today they did. I gotta mention JMO. Italian gave the Cubs exactly what they needed. 4 innings of keeping the Cubs in it. Brewers loaded the bases in the first and got out and only giving up 1 run. 1 run is huge because in this series, everything happens in the first inning. In the 4th inning, he gave up a run, and then the next guy, I think he got on with the fielder's choice. I forget the situation, but bases were loaded again. 2 pitches later, boom, got Ortiz to ground out. Big pitches and big spots. Exactly what we needed for James Italian, who's much underrated this season. He's been up and down, shaky, kind of mid his whole time with the Cubs, but this season he's been exactly what they needed. With all the injuries this Cub starting pitchers have had, he's been steady as a rock when he wasn't injured himself. Gotta love it. Back at it tomorrow. Back still against the wall. You got to get it out the mud, like I said. And it sounds like, from what I'm hearing, Boyd is going to get the call. Man, that does not give me a lot of good feelings going into tomorrow, because if you remember game one, he got rocked. The Brewers knew exactly what to do, and if they're gonna press him the same way they did, it's not gonna looking too good. As I said, Boyd's as I said in the last episode, Boyd's his last 10, 11 starts, the Cubs have lost 8 of them. He's just hasn't been as solid as he was in the first 90 games of the season. But I'm not loving that situation. But all that's a tomorrow problem. Craig, you got to have a quick hook on him. If there's any sniff of him getting into trouble, him missing his spots, he got to go sit down. He got to go sit down, because again, it's win or go home. And I'm not ready to go home yet. I know y'all not ready to go home yet. The feeling of beating Milwaukee, the feeling of beating any Wisconsin team is too good of a high to just get one hit and just go away. No, we got to keep coming back. We got to keep coming back for them testers. Again, Boyd and all that stuff, that's a tomorrow problem. Tonight, we're going to smoke it, and we're going to fly to W. Cubs win. Force another game. Let's go.
Thanks for listening to this latest episode from the Frustrated Chicago Sports Fan Channel. Don't matter if you listen to this on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, or watch it on Twitch or YouTube. Make sure you like, subscribe, share with a friend, hit the notification bell so you never miss a drop. And to all the guys from Chicago, we say 3 things: bear down, go Cubs go, and sell the team, Jerry.